late, just a half hour, well, less than a half hour. Uh, so good to be here on Tuesday at 11. We have been having some beautiful, beautiful energy. Got disconnect. Got disconnected. So sorry about that. I'm going to spend some time to let them notify that I am here, ready to have this, ready to have this conversation. You know, happy to have everyone here. Wow. It came out. Resources, desire. The time has come to look outside yourself. Trust that all you need to make it possible is on its way to you. That is beautiful. You are worth of all your desires. And your conquest. This is your time. This is your opportunity. This is the point of change. Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Hmm. Hmm. You're feeling, for some reason, I keep getting disconnected. I hope you guys are feeling this energy. It is simply exquisite. It is the remnants of our full moon, our eclipse, and the red moon. And we have a moment of reprieve from systems. I want to thank you guys for showing up, showing out, coming by, being here in this space with me. I totally appreciate it. So, what I wanted to talk about is this energy that we have been feeling in the last 24 hours. A lot of things have been happening with us in a collective form. I don't know if it is, I really don't know. I have been reaching out to my tribe, and I am just very impressed with the love that I've been shown. And I had an amazing testimony from a friend of mine's about his Kundalini awakening and how he has been feeling. So grab you some tea or something to drink. I know is late. I am trying, I'm a night owl. I'm a night owl. I've been trying to figure out what is the best time to get on for you guys. Hibiscus. Was it? No, it's not hibiscus. It's something some kind of pea flower. Like, I don't know. But it's like a little. It's like purple, and I put a little lemon. I am getting ready to do a Reiki in the next few days, and I'm really excited about it because it's so weird because I had been preparing myself for something but didn't realize what I was preparing myself for. But I knew I was preparing myself for something. And this energy is all about preparing. This energy is all about feeling the direction. Are you feeling like a little like excited, but yet anxious, but yet excited, right? So during this time, I've been preparing myself to, at the time, did not know what I was preparing myself for. I just knew that I needed to be prepared. And one of my dear, dear friends gifted me a Reiki healing. And what a Reiki healing is when they energetically clear your chakras. So it's like, how does that happen? That happens because the universe is supporting you. Everything that you put into your heart and into your desires, source is, how can I say it, orchestrating a situation that can happen for you. So I'm doing this, what day? I'm doing this on Friday and Saturday and Sunday. And I'm so excited because um, I have been seeing the witness of awakening all around me. I've been seeing so much love all around me. I've been feeling it from you guys. I've been feeling it from all around this collective. People are tired of the fights. They're tired of the noise outside of them. And a lot of us are just spending time in our significant tribes and our people, spending time with our people, because what's happening is an how can I say it, it is a exposure of the shenanigans, you know what I mean? It like the games that people play. So now all that is being exposed. But when you pull yourself away from that and you become really authentic with yourself, and you become more in tune with how you want to show up in the world, you would not believe the how source just, how God just works it for you and begins to manifest things for your life, and begins to govern your steps and your ways, so you can be able to and I don't know, I think I don't know if I said it on my last post, but this is I call it the magic carpet ride, the red carpet. You are on the red carpet right now. And what I would suggest is that you create a vision board. What do you see happening in 2026? And like, y'all, I'm just saying, you can take my words and you can just put them on the shelf, or you can take these words and apply them and put your dreams into your reality. I did a vision board, I think, last year. I'm doing one this year. I'm going to pull out my vision board and I am going to manifest. I am here to manifest. And you know what, you guys? It's like when you do the work, it's like when you're going into the gym and you're doing your routine at the gym. The more you do that routine and the more you consistently do that routine, you begin to see the results of all the work you have done. And so this is what's happening, like I said, we went through that 2 year noni fast, and we pulled ourselves away from the chaos. And it's so crazy because a lot of the chaos, believe it or not, we drew it to ourselves, not even unconsciously, because of our thought patterns and the way we thought about things. And then when you start changing the way you think, changing the way you come into the world, then what happens, the vibration changes, and those people that are not meant to be in your timeline, they will like dissipate out of your life, or they will watch you from a distance while you grow. But nevertheless, what you're doing is you are tapped in. You are so tapped into who you are. And when you're tapped in to self, and you're really tapped into the collective, and the reason I'm saying this because yesterday was just a phenomenal day. I cannot tell you that the day was so amazing. It was euphoric. It was like the God gene. It was like the God space. It was just so beautiful. And every person that came into my timeline was just beautiful people. And people are desiring connection. They're desiring love. They're desiring change. Is it's been so the energy has been so dense and heavy and full of how can I say insult, full of games and shenanigans, and people are just really tired of it. And I think what's happening is as you level up, you can identify nefarious people like that. I mean, I just had a conversation literally this evening, and it was my friend that just had a Kundalini awakening, and it was so interesting how he said that he just more, you just become more protective and more knowing. Like you can tell. Like I think I shared with you guys about this gentleman that had uh we dated a few years ago, and actually, to be honest with you, he was the one, he was like the last straw. That's the best way to say it. He was the last straw. I was tired of being mommy to men that didn't love their mummies, right? And I was tired of being mommy to men that had not healed from their mother womb. And I didn't even realize that that's what I was pulling in, because I was lacking inside of me. I was lacking. And so I was drawing all these men with mother issues. And the thing about it is that I was giving them space because of my own internal needing to fix people, always feeling like I need to fix them. You don't need to fix anyone. If they, nobody's, we're not here to fix anyone. We're here to have intelligent dialogue with humanity and telling them the possibilities of freedom, the possibilities of what it's like when you have ownership of your own life and it's not guided by what somebody believes you should be and how they perceive you and how they should pursue you and all those little shenanigans. Because when love is authentic, it sees you. It doesn't see, your physical form as much as it sees you, your soul truth, who you are as a human being. So when I did that noni fast, and I know I keep bringing it up because I never know who new is gonna be, because I just like where I'm at took a lot of work. It didn't happen overnight. I'm just letting y'all know it don't happen overnight. There's a lot of dedication to um cleansing. Is there's a lot of responsibility to change, and we're going into a cycle of people desiring change. They just like, you know what, I'm just going to take responsibility for my own life. You can stay over there and keep doing what you're doing. But as for me and my house, I'm going to change. I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't like what I'm drawing to myself. So, as I was saying, is that what made me decide is that I was in this last relationship, and I just felt like I was so sexualized and so like it was very subtle, and this is what I mean, literally you can fall into the hands of somebody that's narcissistic and not even know it, because and you know, and I think everybody got a little narcissism in them, but you know what I'm saying, to a level that it was almost like nothing, he could not say anything kind. And then as I just pulled away, I just went no contact and just like, and then I get a call, and you know, I go, let me hear him out. And as I heard him out, he began to tell his story. And his story was, he told on himself. You know, he told on himself because the ego doesn't keep secrets. The ego likes to brag. You know, the ego is a servant to self. You know, it's a servant to what I want, rather than when you have self love and you fill your cup with self love, is how can I be a participant of this reality to help elevate consciousness for all people, that all people will feel love, that all people will feel this state of I am accepted. I'm accepted not because I'm a female. I am accepted not because I'm a man. I am accepted because I am a human of the human race, and I deserve to be loved such as. And when we learn to love such as, we can be impactful on the world. We can be impactful in our little circles that we have, our neighborhoods, and how we relate to relationships. And so I'm so glad that when and one thing that I told this gentleman, I basically told him, I said, I'm just so thankful that I was able to be a help to him, because through that exchange, he gave me an exchange, and that exchange was um, um, gratitude. And I just had so much gratitude, because here is a man that is having a conversation with me with interest, but not seeing me as a sexual object, which I feel that attraction is a beautiful thing. But there is a line when it comes to attraction, because there's nothing wrong with attraction. Everybody needs to feel that attraction. It's when you take attraction and make it perverted. It's when you take attraction and you sexualize it, you know. That person, and girls out there, men too. I think it happens to guys too. Don't let somebody put you on check with that, because the whole relationship will be about that. And a lot of times when you sit back and think about it, they have no value. They have nothing that they're offering. Like when you walk away from them, you don't feel good. When you have to see them again, you don't feel good. You actually are hesitant about seeing them, because you don't know what you're going to go into. You don't know what you're going to fall into. You don't know how it's going to play out. And so you want to be able to have this autonomy upon your life as we are going through this shift, because this shift is primarily about connection. This whole shift is about innovating, being an innovator. Be a innovator, y'all. Don't follow people, especially those that are not giving you sound and good information that will help your soul grow, help you grow as a human being. And so it's so interesting, because as we go into these phases, I am noticing in the collective, and the moment, let me tell you something. This is what's so interesting, because the moment this gentleman had his Kundalini awakening the moment he had that. And by the way, if you're very interested in what Kundalini, Kundalini, you know what I'm trying to say, awakening is all about, please email me or message me, and I can give you more. I can give you more information on it and how it opens you up for awakening. It is the most beautiful experience because it is a direct line to the heart into source. And so as after he had his awakening and we were talking, he was actually meeting people on the same vibration that he was in. They were on the same timeline. He didn't feel like it was just like everything was like mapped out for this beautiful time for him. And he still, I think we talked on Sunday, and he still is we talked on Sunday, and then we talked again tonight, and he still is feeling the resonance of the awakening, the Kundalini awakening. And I'm telling you, that is the best thing, especially if you're a male out there and you're struggling with your heart space and understanding how to get into your heart space. This would be fabulous for you. And I just want to give you guys a little black background of me. I have a small business. I've said this before, but I kind of want to give you guys an understanding of why and why I'm here. And so I have a background in sales, and then I went behind the chair, and then I began to coach, and I started coaching about 15 years ago. And I wasn't serious about it. I would have clients from here to here, whatever. And then I moved to Austin. And when I moved to Austin, I began to get more serious about my purpose. And part of my purpose was entailed about uh, being able to be a part of the shift of helping humanity shift into the new world. And so, um, my background and my relationships had a gosh a just a intense, like I'm like losing short of words because it was so part of my journey, but it was so hard. It was really hard, and it was hard because I wasn't listening. It was continually hard because I was not listening, and I was victimizing my experience. And when I began to take responsibility and say, what can I learn from these situationals, then I began to exponentially grow. And then I started leveling up, and then my timeline, I started like really feeling my total purpose. And so in 2016, I had another awakening, and that was simply incredible. And so that's when I said, you know what? I will spend my life sharing the experiences of what Source, God, Ashua can do for you. It's no joke, you guys. We must understand that in this shift, our whole paradigm is changing right before our eyes. It is I've had so many people come to me and tell me, like, I had one friend that was sick the whole month of February. I have another friend that's trying to repair her front body. I have another friend, her husband just got out of the hospital. Like, this shift is affecting us physically, it's affecting us emotionally, it's affecting us um um and if you're having any mental health issues, please go see someone, because this shift is really affecting us in so many ways. But what I would say, and I would implore to you, is spend time, literally spend time understanding the emotions of what you are feeling. Spend the time to calibrate your thoughts, calibrate your emotions, calibrate how you feel, so you can do an evaluation on what is you or is something that somebody else is bringing to you, right? Because you can be in friendships or relationships that can bring this energy to you. So, this is why you want to make sure that you are taking care of self. Because the moment you begin to take care of self, you get this heightened intuition when someone comes into your world with their shenanigans, and you're able to cut them clean smooth off. And it's so crazy because out of the two men that I was talking to back then when I went through my Kundalini, one, I absolutely loved how he dealt with the breakup. I really do, because we're still friends and we still talk. The other one is still full of shenanigans, you know. And I think what we learn about elevating ourselves, we learn about forgiveness, we learn about seeing people where they're at. And this is no judgment on the latter person, but it really showed me he's not learning. He's very articulate, he's very smart, but it's layman's terms to be in your heart and to be sensitive and to be compassionate and care about another person and not say hurtful things to others. We are learning these things as we speak right now because we're going into a new timeline. And you can stay right here. You can stay right here. My channel is here. It is autonomy. You have autonomy. If you want to stay in your same timeline and stay where you're at, it's cool. But if you want to elevate yourself, I'm here for you. And the thing is that we're having this energy that's just incredible. But that's because we're getting ready to go into some heavy energy. But realize you got this. Realize, stay inward, and realize every time you get triggered, do an analysis, take your temperature. Take your temperature of your energy, take your temperature of your spirit, and check, is this really me, or am I being influenced by the outside world? And by doing that, what you're going to do is you're going to keep constant. And I said the other day, if you can spend some time with yourself with no social media, no music, no distractions, just sit with yourself and be ever present with the fundamental pieces of who you are, and just really sit in there and just talk to yourself and just say, how am I? Tap into your source energy and says, how am I really feeling here? What am I really feeling? Is there something that I'm having a hard time letting go? Is there something here, especially if you've been in a very abusive relationships is very important right now, to because you remember what I said the other day, is just it's almost like we're at the end of a cycle and now we're creating a new reality. And you don't want to take those pains into this new reality. So spend time with yourself. And one thing I want to give you some instruction is that if you want to do inner child healing, the best way to do this is how I did it. I just got a chair. I got two chairs and I sat next to my invisible self. And as I sat next to my invisible self, I began to ask God to show me where the injury was, show me the point of injury. And when He showed me the point of injury, my pretend self came up. And I was 9 years old. I was 9 years old at the time when I began to do this practice. And I started realizing it went back further than that. But my 9-year-old self came in, and I spent several weeks with that energy, and I literally took time with her to feel her when she was 9. And sometimes it can feel awkward. It can feel awkward because you will feel, how have you guys ever just been in a family that you were just really traumatized, and it was a lot of trauma in the family, and then every time you had to go to like Thanksgiving dinner or something for Christmas, you always felt small. You always felt like, oh my gosh, I feel like this kid again, even though you're a grown person. So though that's where you can know where your injury is, because a lot of times they'll show up in situations like that. So as I started doing this, it was just like a weight came off me. And the most interesting thing, I'd be going throughout my day, and the most interesting thing, I could be at the grocery store or somebody would say something to me and I feel a trigger, and I could get it just like that and realize, you know what? That's not me. That somebody's mad and they were sitting behind me, or sitting in the same space, and I'm feeling their energy. That's why you want to be able to keep a thermostat. How would I say it? Like a thermostat of how are you feeling. And like I said on TikTok, in some of my posts, I have my TikTok in there. I don't think I have my TikTok in here, but when this episode is done, I will put my TikTok in there. And I'm doing an episode on how you feel. And one thing is just so important for us to do is be authentic about our feelings. Why is it so hard for us to be so authentic about our feelings? Why are we hiding from self? Like I said this to a friend of mine's today. I go, like, we go outside ourselves looking for love when we ignore our heart. We ignore loving ourselves. We ignore trying to be tapped into ourselves. But we're chasing is and I said it's like a meme. This meme is running all through, you know, going through country to country, state to state, trying to find their heart, trying to find love. And the whole time they have their heart caged like a bird, and they never address it. They just go to the cage and stare, and then they go out the door trying to find their heart. When the whole time your heart is with you, when the whole time your love is with you, when the whole time acceptance from the world is lies within you. The moment you can understand yourself, the moment you can love yourself, the moment you can respect yourself, is the moment other people will do the same for you. But we go outside of ourselves to find that. We go outside ourselves to go seek it. I am so assured about how I feel about self that I don't care how people think about me. I really don't care. You like me or not, you don't. I don't care. Because I came here to be a blessing to all. And if I can't be a blessing to you, then move on. And so when you become like that, you begin to be very, very attractive to the world, because they want to know where you get this self-confidence. They want to know why are you, why, like, how did you, like people that have known me for a long time, that know me from the beginning, they are in a state of shock because I'm not that same person, because I've spent time with self. So I implore you to take this time, listen to what we talked about, understand what we had talked about, and take the time to really tap into self. Take your temperature of self and see where you lie, and if you're living your best life or you're still being triggered. You still have these addictions. You still have these things that are distorting your view on life. We want to change that now. It's your time. It's your time to grow. It's your time to be like abundant. It's your time, no matter what you see outside of you. It doesn't matter what you see with outside of you, because that does not determine your outcome. You determine your outcome. Nobody determines your outcome but you. And so remember what I said. Take some time, cut off social media, don't have anything on, and just sit with you. Talk to yourself. Engage you. You will be blown away with the experience. You'll be softer. You'll be more loving. You'll be more understood. And you'll be more understanding. We are not going to be at war. We're going to be in love. We're not here to disrespect each other. We're here to show respect. So I'm going to say goodnight. I just wanted to come by. Remember what I said. Like, share, and also remember, my website is www.heygorgousyou.com. I haven't done all my coaching stuff yet, but I'm working on that. And I thank you guys for following and liking, and I appreciate you. And you have a beautiful night. Bye now.